Sometimes when you first plug these units in, these older ones with the drive turrets, the platter and mechanism tends to bog down and sometimes even stop. And the way to fix that problem is to rotate at the highest speed, shift to 78 RPM. Start with 78 anyway. And you just hit the eject button, reject, and get ready to catch the tone arm as it approaches the 45 or 7-inch record start position, and move the tone arm towards the center. And this will continue to cycle the mechanism so that all the grease and all the parts that have just been rebuilt become more familiar with each other and are able to function at an optimal level. I'd recommend you do this about 6 times after you unpack your record player. During shipping, there are gravity-sensitive levers and springs and slides inside that become slightly out of position, and by doing this you put everything back where it belongs. After you've done 78, then go to the next fastest speed, which is 45, and we're going to try it again. Hit the reject button, get ready to catch the tone arm when it goes towards the center. Move it towards the center so that it will cycle. You can see everything seems to be moving perfectly at this point with no sluggishness, no slowdown, perhaps just a little tiny bit during the optimal stress of cycle. Now we're going to go down to the slowest speed. In this case it's 33 RPM, and do the same thing. Reject. Tone arm will go to the 7-inch position. We're going to catch it before it touches down. We don't want that needle to touch the flocking on our platter, because it'll scratch it and make it ugly. Okay, go towards the center, cycle. You can see the platter slows down just slightly during a cycle on the slower speed because there's not as much momentum. But this is normal for this make and model. This is an older voice of music with the drive turrets. But it does work consistently, ongoing, reliably. But if it sits for a while, you may have to do that, this technique to get things to move properly again. Also, I want to show you how to apply the 45 adapter, if I can get my camera to focus here. There we go. Here's a 45 adapter. This particular one, the arrow faces forward. You place it over the spindle and gently rotate back and forth as you push down with a slight pressure until it's in place. When you see this rotating down here, that means it's touching the platter, and that's the correct position. Before you load a record on it, you're going to want to go over here and test. I went to reject. Tone arm's going to lift. These little pins shift position. The blades come out while the lower tabs retract. That drops the record and prevents the record above from dropping along with the record you want to drop it. So it kind of shuffles them. We'll do it one more time. So that's working properly. You want to test look at both of them. I put myself in a position where I can see both. If you look straight down at the 45 spindle adapter, you can see them both at the same time. That's it.